is as a result of my thoughts. And if I can change my thoughts, I can change my life. And my thoughts flow along the line of God's thoughts. He said, I know the thoughts I think towards you, thoughts of good and not of evil, to bring you to an expected end. I have a question that I ask everybody. Could things be the way they are? Because you are the way you are. And what one thing can you do that can change everything? You can change your thinking. How you approach life is based on internal thoughts, and that's what we cannot see. The Bible says that we should watch what we think in our unconscious mind, because they are where the issues of life begin to flow. And unless you make the unconscious conscious, it will continue to control your life. And you would say, this is just destiny, and this is just who I am, which is not true. The unconscious thoughts have been trained by the conscious mind. Your conscious mind is responsible for only 5% of your behavior. 95% of your behavior is based on your unconscious thoughts. But if your unconscious thoughts are unconscious, how do you make them conscious? You look at your life, because your unconscious thoughts are responsible for 95% of your behavior. So a lot of times we think it's the conscious thoughts, when it's not, because your unconscious mind is a gift that is given to you so that you don't overtax your conscious mind. And your unconscious mind thinks that it's doing the conscious mind a favor. But here's the caveat. If you want to change your life, you don't have to do so much work in the unconscious mind, because that is responsible for holding your dreams, your visions, holding your memories, all of your maladaptive sets of behaviors. It's responsible for, like I said, 95% of everything that is happening to you. So how do you reach the unconscious mind? Habakkuk chapter 2 says, write the vision. And so if you take your vision where you want to be in the future, you will stop listening to your past, because it has nothing new to say to you. You will take that, all of the negative things that have happened to you, you'll begin to understand that it's only held in 10% of your brain. And if God said, or 10% of your mind, but God said, behold, I do a new thing. And so every day you awaken, you either re-engage this 10%. You can have therapy for the 10%. You could go to coaching and counseling for the 10%. You could wake up every day and fire up the 90%, the unused part. And every day could be a great day, a new day. Paul said, forgetting those things which are behind you. To forget doesn't mean that you can't recall. It means that you sever emotional ties with the past. To forget, you're severing something. And if you learn that you can embrace, if you detach, it's the law of detachment. So you have to detach emotionally. It's not like you're not going to recall it, but it's not going to have an emotional effect on you. It's not going to release the biochemical or biophysical electrical impulses. You will not release that at all. So that means that automatically every single day, your brain, we don't want to just rewire the brain. You could fire up. You could just wire then 90%. And once you learn that as a discipline, what do you do with everything that has happened to you? Nothing. Because whatever you focus on increases in worth and value. And so if you focus on your future, it's going to increase in worth and value. And so if you're too busy engaging your activities in developing or creating the future that you want, you don't have to worry about the past that you don't want. It'll take care of itself. Let the dead bury the dead. And so I discovered that my destiny is determined by my decisions. And my decisions are determined by my self-worth. And doing work in that area is important, because we call that self-mastery, right? And you cannot master me. You can only master yourself. And so stop trying to control things and people outside of yourself. You'll be frustrated. Control you. And once you learn self-discipline, and these are all biblical principles, but once you learn self-discipline, which has 14 different dimensions, the first level of self-discipline is self-awareness. Knowing where you end and someone else begins. And telling yourself, I can only control this. I cannot control how you feel about me. I can control how I feel about myself. And there's a frequency that is released from you. Once you love yourself, which is another dimension of self-mastery, which is self-love. But you can't get to self-love until there's self-appreciation. And you cannot get to self-appreciation until you deal with self-worth. And then, you know, once you go through these 14 steps, which will take you your lifetime, because every birthday you're being introduced to a new version of yourself. All your birthdays. And if you would just take the time to spend time with God and ask Him, who do you see me as? And believe it. And He'll show you some amazing things about you. If you can just believe that, if you can write your vision and introduce it to that 5%, because you're only using 5% of the capacity of your mind for conscious thoughts. Just 5%. You're not using 20, 30, 40, 50. You're only using 5%. And this 5% creates the 95%. So instead of trying to deal with 100%, just take that vision, introduce it to the 5%. The 5% will influence and inform the 95% on how to behave so that you put your success and prosperity on autopilot. And you can defy any odds as long as you don't see yourself as a victim. You're not a victim of circumstances, a victim of an environment. You don't have to be a product of culture. Culture doesn't have to inform you, as long as you understand that there is another alternative culture called the culture of the kingdom, which is a culture of empowerment, isn't it? And so once you're empowered to be everything that you are, one of the greatest gifts God gives us is the gift of dominion. The first level of dominion is to have dominion over what you are not and who you are not. You are not someone's expectations or perception. You're God's child, and you are so valuable. You're so valuable because of your uniqueness. There's nobody like you. God has given you the biggest responsibility, and that is to be you and to take care of you and to love you. And I pray that, you know, as the days go by and the years go by, you would just shake off of yourself everybody's expectations of you and raise the level of your performance to the level and capacity of your potential. And if every day you awaken and you work at the highest level of your potential for that day and that season that you're in, you will, number one, be unstoppable. Number two, you'll be incomparable. No one would be able to compare anyone else with you, and that's what you want. And then number three, you'll experience success at an unbelievable level. Your success would be almost incontainable, and your progress would be unstoppable. And you would be like the queen bee. For the man, there's no such thing as a king bee. But if there was, you'd be a king bee. But you'd be like the queen bee. You'll have so many people surrounding you, and your destiny will be guaranteed because everyone will come to be your destiny helper. And that happens when you reach outside of yourself to help everybody that you meet, and to be that mirror, hold up that mirror to them and remind them of how great they are and how powerful they are and how significant they are and how much they are needed. And if we can do that, and we do that every day, it'll be fantastic. Every day of my life I do something great or something significant for someone. And usually it's a stranger. I do it every single day of my life. There's never a day that goes by that I don't do a kind act. And kindness always comes back to me. My husband says every day, I don't believe it. Every day you're getting a box from somewhere. Wow. I said, you'll get a box too if you do what I do. And I do a kind act. I do it consciously. And so today, I want you to be a victim of my kindness. And I was trying to think, what can I do for her that is very significant? I was looking at a picture the last time you were with us at Kingdom School of Ministry, and then graduating from Kingdom School of Ministry. And we have a picture, and I sent you the picture. And it's been that long that you haven't been with us. My favorite place in the United States of America is Las Vegas. It's my absolute favorite place. I don't go there for gambling and drinking. It's my favorite place. It has everything that's there. It feels a little bit like Dubai, a little bit like London, a little bit like Croatia. It's like this melting pot. And you can find everything, all the entertainment, all the food that you want is right there in this little desert place that Bernie, he was trying to evade taxes, and he asked if he could have the desert, and he built Las Vegas so that he could hide his taxes in Las Vegas, and that's how Las Vegas was founded. And anyone that is in business, you know that if you inaugurate your business there in Las Vegas or Nevada, then you can save on your taxes, along with Delaware. But it's a beautiful place. My second place that I really, really love is New York City. You got the lights, you got the Broadway, you got the food, you got entertainment. And my third favorite place is between Florida and California. But I live in Atlanta. It's the best place in the world because I live there. The second is Detroit. I love Detroit as well. And so I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do to say thank you to you and your family, and do for you. And you had this quiet prayer that you wanted to go back to the States, and you didn't know when and how you were going to go back. So on behalf of all of us, the Trimm brand and the Trimm group of companies, I want to extend a welcome to you, to be able to host you for a couple of days. As soon as I figure out what those days look like, it looks like somewhere in December for me. But I would love to either meet you in the United States of America or Dubai, one or the other, but meet you in the United States of America. And it would be my happy privilege to gift you an airplane ticket to hang out with me for a few days. So and you know all my favorite places, so then you can decide which one of those places you want to go for. And I'm extending that, and we'll host you. Shamali and I will make sure that you have a good time and hang out, and the rest of the team. And we'll figure out which one is your favorite. And no gambling. And so, thank you so much.